All right, guys, it's been a while since we last met. Hi, my name is George Asian. This is NLP training. And in NLP training, basically, the idea why did I create this group? I created this group because I wanted to share my thoughts about neuro linguistic programming. When I found out about neuro linguistic programming almost 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I was really excited about its possibility. In 2004, 2005, I read the book by Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins, and really got me excited. He mentioned the fact that he had instinct and his life literally took a U-turn, change when he discovered neuro-linguistic programming. And I felt that, look, I could also learn it. So I started to study it, and it's really changed my life. Helped me to realign my thoughts, helped me to set my goals and achieve them, helped me to literally go places. So today I want to just simply talk about the NLP model of communication. When you understand this model, it will help you to be more focused, more effective in your whatever it is you're doing. So I believe that our mind is very powerful and our mind can do a lot, a whole lot. I believe that external events, we process things in our five senses, receive a lot of information. And with all of this information that come to us, we've got to be careful how we process. We can't just allow our minds to soak up all things. Actually, our mind doesn't just soak up all things, doesn't just process everything. We sieve, we do certain things. So first of all, we probably don't have control over the external events of our lives, but we do have control over what's going on our inside. Someone said that life is 10% what happens to you, but 90% how you respond, how you react to it. So, three things our mind does. First of all, it deletes, okay? Number two, it distorts. And number three, it generalizes. I'm going to just discuss what those three things mean. First of all, we delete stuff, we get information, or we receive information because we can't soak up all of that information. Our mind deletes, takes those things that probably don't align with our values or things we don't consider necessary. We delete a lot of things. When we receive information or data, we distort things. We, based on our preconceived notions, distort existing ideas when they come to us. And very often we generalize. I think that beliefs are generalizations. We just generalize things. Our mind works in patterns. So we take patterns and then we say, okay, because this is this, so this will be this. So those are the three major things that we do. And we've got to be very careful about what we're deleting, what we distort, what we generalize. And it's not just about what information gets to us. When we speak, when we say things, when we share ideas, we also do the same thing. We also delete information, we also distort information, and we also generalize information. I'm involved in life coaching and some kind of counseling. When I meet people and I'm having a conversation with them and we're discussing life matters or we're discussing a relationship issue or traumatic experience or an event that they're very challenged about, I always notice one particular thing. When they're telling me their story, when they're telling me their ideas, they are always very often deleting certain information, distorting certain information, and generalizing certain information. And so my goal as a speaker and as a coach is to be able to investigate, to be able to go through all of those distortions, all of those generalizations, and all of those deletions and distortions, so that I can get the real facts from them and help them out. That's what we call the meta model. The meta model, or what is also called the precision model. A certain lady by the name Virginia Satir, amazing family therapist, really came up when the founders of NLP did an investigation, did they were able to decode the fact that she had a way of asking certain questions that went through all the fluff, all the distortions, all the deletions, really got facts and figures from people. Those information that she received as a result of the conversation and the questions she asked helped her to help the couple who had issues and so on and so forth. So the first thing we do when we receive information is that we delete, we distort, we generalize. When we speak also, we delete, we distort, we generalize. We've got to be careful about what we're deleting. And now this can be for good, this can be for bad. When we good, yes, good, because there are certain things you don't want to say, because it's just not good for your health or good for the other person's health. There are certain things you don't want to allow to get into your subconscious. So you delete them, you deliberately delete them. You distort some of those things. If you have a very nasty experience from way back, you can just distort it because maybe you do some kind of visualization technique. You scramble the thoughts in your mental screen, your mind, so that you don't have those things gaining weight and you are creating a load for you. So distortion, deletion, generalization is what happens first. And that actually forms our internal representation, what goes on in our mind. And our distortions and our deletions and our generation forms is our state. What's our state? What's your state? Now, your state is how you feel right now. How do you feel right now? How do you feel right now? That's your state. Your state is your current feeling. And we have two kinds of states. We have empowering states and we have disempowering states. Empowering states are states that get you to move, to go, to drive, to do what you have to do. These empowering states are states that take away power from you, discouraging words, don't allow you to move. And people who are successful find a way to be in peak states. They're always in peak states, optimal states, always high-leveled energy states, always confident states, joyous states, happiness states, creativity states, strategic states. That's the way those kind of states determine to a large extent your actions, and your actions determine, what happens, what results you get, the outcome. So the ability to manage your state is very critical. So let's go over this. You receive data, sensory data from your five senses. And one of the things your mind does is that it deletes, it distorts, and it generalizes, okay, forms your internal representation, then forms your states. The state could be empowering or disempowering. If it's empowering, you eventually have a behavior. Now, so after deletion, distortion, generalization, your internal representation, then your state, then you now have what's called a behavior. A behavior. And that behavior is what determines, what you do and so on and so forth. So this is so important. But I want to quickly talk about a few things. I talked a little about deletion, distortion, generalization. Let me talk a little more about state, because someone is saying to me right now, George, I understand what you mean by state. So how do I maintain a peak state? So I'm going to say a few things to you, a few things that will help you to maintain a fantastic state. Number one, I'd say that you work on your physiology. Now, by that, that's a technical term in neuro-linguistic programming. Of course, in the medical terminology is a medical terminology for our body and the details of our body and how our body moves. But physiology, in NLP or neuro-linguistic programming is about how you move your body. There is no powerful emotion without powerful movement. There is no emotion, there's no energy without movement. So we believe in neuro-linguistic programming that your emotions is buried in your body language. Your emotions is buried in your physiology. Your physiology determines the direction of your psychology. So if I look at your body, your facial gestures, the way you move your hands, the way you bob your head, your slouching, your hunchback, the flexing of your legs, whatever, if I look at your body, I can actually sense how you feel on your inside. I can look at your eyes. I can just find ways to find out how you feel on your inside. I can look at your body and determine your state. There's also something that we believe, and it's a presupposition in neuro-linguistic programming that says that if I can work on my body, I have a great impact on our mind. That our mind and our body have some kind of nexus. There's a connection between our minds and our body. And that if we work on our minds, it will affect our body. In the same vein, if we work on our body, it will affect our mind. I hope that is clear. So your state can be determined by the way you use your body. You wake up alive, active, you do stuff with your body, so you can send some very powerful emotions, hormones into your body, and give you that state that you need. You constantly need to be in peak states on a regular basis to be able to achieve certain things that you need to achieve. All right. So even when you're down and you don't seem to be getting anything right, the best thing to do is to get yourself into peak state by moving your body. By moving your body, you're moving your emotions. Is that clear? So the neuralistic programming model of communication says first you get from external events. What you do basically, what we do, humans do, is that we delete with the start and we generalize. Could be good, could be bad. If it's a bad information, yes, it's appropriate for us to delete those things, distort and form generalization based on our beliefs and our values and things that we accepted already that is positive. And then it forms our internal representation, that forms our states, and then affects our physiology, and then the behavior that we have. Does that make sense to you? So that's a simple discourse I wanted to share with you today. I hope you got some value. I'd like you to share this video if you feel it makes some sense. And I wish you a very great day. God bless.